Right, well, good afternoon, everybody. We are back for another playthrough here of Final Fantasy XIV. As we pick things up, we are back in the actual central bar because I have a quest to cash in with Momodi, so let's do it.
What's all this then? You got something for me?
Yes, we do. We have a letter to hand over to Momodi, which was an outside quest I did off camera, so I do apologise for not capturing that.
Him? A letter? Now who would I think to... Kiki Boo! Haven't heard a word from now, gal, in ages. How's the dear doing? Let's see here. That's Kiki Boo, all right. Time was I used to call in at the Silver Bazaar quite often. This was back when that was still the busiest hub in Fanaland, mind you. Oh, Kiki Boo used to stay... You and I used to stay up until dawn, talking about... Well, whatever girls do. Kiki Boo's the very heart and soul of that place. Hells, even most of the folk in here in the city still remember her name. Breaks my bloody heart to hear her and them good folk were nearly forced from their land. Dirty business, that. But I'm not to the point of worrying just yet. I'd wager gil to googaboo poop. Googaboo poop? What? The Silver Bazaar will be rallying back to its former glory before long. In any case, I think that 12 you were there to help them. Here, for you. On behalf of Kiki Boo and the Bazaar.
Nice one. So we've got a copper ring, a bone ring, and bronze pieces, all of which are their crafting materials, and that is something to sell, which is pretty awesome. Right, well, I've got one of those. I've only got the 199. I don't have any crafting material. That one's for strength. I'm going to go with that one. And a decent wedge of experience gained as well, which is fantastic. So with that in mind, what we're going to do is we're going to head back out of Fanaland to the outside area, because essentially what we want to try and do is get to one of the areas and do some more quests, because that's where we get the letters from Momodi, and that will allow us to unlock even more rewards. So with that in mind, let's get out through central Fanaland. Meanwhile, what's that telling me? It's obtaining the data. It's not brought up yet. Ah, so reach level 20 as a pugilist, and we'll be completing that achievement, which is nice. We're level 18, so we are well on our way. And here we are at the gates of Nald. So, step 9. Let's go over here. Let's give that a shot. We shall run, because we can. We have the spell to run, people. And over by the rail yard, that's where we should find the new quest with Papa Shan and the others. There we go. There's one right there for Cicidoa. Let's have a talk to you then. Ah, to deliver a gift to the coffer and coffin. Okay.
You're an adventurer, yeah? If you're not otherwise occupied, I have a favor to ask. I resolve to repay a debt of gratitude, which I owe to the owner of the coffer and coffin. For this purpose, I purchased from the royal plantations a prodigiously plump pumpkin, a particularly popular piece of produce.
Yes, really test the filter on my microphone for the P sound though with that one, people. A prodigiously plump pumpkin, a particularly popular piece of produce. Say that once fast, let alone 3 or 4 times.
Alas, I cannot take part in this place to procure and proffer the pumpkin. You see, the scheduled shipment from the Nanawa mines, for which I wait, is late. I hope to prevail upon you to pick up the pumpkin in my stead, and see it safely to the coffer and coffin. Present this receipt of purchase to Gagari at the royal plantations, and she will yield it to you. I apologize for asking you to attend to this time-consuming task, but I truly appreciate your assistance.
Yep, someone looked up the word alliteration and went, yes.
If this sort of doesn't come along soon, this particular specimen shall sadly be past its prime. Oh, so you're to deliver this decadent delight. I can say with confidence that any gourmet will be grateful for such a grand gift. Here's the pumpkin. I hope it meets with Roger's approval. Fresh produce is somewhat scarce in these parts, and as such, we're always deluged with demand. You know the way to the Confederate Coffin, right? It's beyond the bridge to the northwest. Look for a place where local laborers lounge.
Yep. I knew it was somewhere over there, but I wanted to double check before I went. So we can either cross the bridge or go fishing. I'm going fishing. Let's do it. Yes, I am mercilessly taking these creatures out because I can. Let's say they were in my way. I had to do what I could to get rid of them. It's as simple as that. Let's say I'm actually surprisingly really enjoying this game. I didn't think I would because I heard it was kind of similar to World of Warcraft, and I didn't like World of Warcraft. For some reason I just couldn't get into it. But I think in this sense, because it's been so far touching plenty of wood, not that toxic. That might be part of the issue. The MMORPG, you can get very, very cliquey very, very quickly. And I think that's what kind of held it down in the past. But here we go. Drink for your lassie. You won't get better ale or spirits for your coin than at me place. I'm here on business, pal. What's that? Wee Kiki do asked you to bring this out of me. So even that foul-mouthed drunk knows the meaning of the remorse. Reckon this is for the team he carried his sudden drunk southern ass back home. But hells, an honest to God's pumpkin from the rural plantations. I can't wait to see what the cocks will do with her. The lads it scoffed down beastly amounts of meat, and it's starting to tell on their health. It'll be good to get more vegetables in the bellies, assuming I can get the stubborn bastards to try something new. Thanks for the help, lassie. Now you're very welcome. Oh, Mama Steak. Yay, we've got that skill, and we've also got plenty of experience. Meanwhile, he's actually got a quest for us. Let's see what he's got to say. Well, it does. Blackbrush Station's sorry on demand. The stone torches there can't get a moment's peace. Bloke by the name of Warren is hoping to bolster the numbers for a short term assignment or two. If you fancy putting a few extra gold in your pocket, you could do a lot worse. Yep, so we can view, equip, and remove gear, which I've already done, as you can tell by the robes I've got on. And we can also press C on the keyboard, too, to bring up the menu. So you can see I've not... Oh, seriously. Okay, by equipping the eye patch, I've taken all my defense items off. I see, so they're not compatible. So if you take it, so obviously those ones there you can't wear with the robe. That makes a bit more sense now. So yes, we briefly went into Pirate Maiden mode, but the loss of defense stats are something I just couldn't stomach. That's not for me. I like my defense too much. So we're going to carry on questing as we head into this under-province place. I don't know what the hell I just said there. I'm saying too many P's and sods, it seems. Looking for work, perchance? If so, you couldn't have come at a better time. We stone torches are self-swords hired by Amagina and Sons mineral concern to protect its interests. Our primary duty here is to keep tracks clear of pests, and it's for this purpose that we require your aid. I should point out, however, it can be messy work, and liable to get messier still if you're ill-prepared. A single piece of gear can mean a difference in life and death. I know I'm conscious that I sent an ill-equipped adventurer to an untimely demise. See to it that your arms and armour in order. When you're ready, present yourself to me again. Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with gear of level 5 or above. Oh. Right, I wonder if it'll let me do it. So, you ready for inspection? By their gods, Owen. However, in 7 hours you survived the Outlands equipped as poorly as you are. I can't in a good conscience send you to face savage beasts until your gear's in order. So apparently I've not got the level gear. Interesting. So what have I got? That's level 8. Ah, I know what it is. It's because you have to have the head as well. So disappointingly, all my other gear is high enough level, but I'm being railroaded to change it to different gear, which is annoying. That's level 10, which is actually not that bad to be fair. If I equip that, will that let me put the eye patch on? Yes, it will. So we've got level 8, level 5, level 10, level 5. That should be enough. And that's our adventurer now, looking a bit more battle maideny. Looking less like an assassin. So, you ready for inspection? Good. Everything is in order. Yet know that naught is guaranteed in this world. Fate is a fickle mistress after all. At any rate, capable adventurers like you are few and far between, and I would not have you throw your life away. I've had to bury too many comrades who brushed aside cracks in their oarworks and dints in their helms. No matter what you face, do not disregard the importance of gear. Oh, so I can either choose... I've already got one of those. I'll go with the bronze pieces then. Well, that was an easy 5,000 experience earned, people. Out of house and home. Let's get to it, shall we? All wagons pass through this station every day, but not without incident. Wagons coming and going from the dispatch yard to the south must pass through a tunnel by Fesher's watch. A tunnel in which some genius saw fit to put an ore storehouse, creating ideal conditions for a goblin nest. So now the all-living beasts are taking up residence in a tunnel we dug, and we're practically delivering meals to their doorstep. But no more. Inside the tunnel in question, you'll find a narrow fissure where the goblins hide. Use this silver ore cluster to lure out the creatures, then slay them. Okay. So with that in mind, we need to go this way, and I'm guessing we just got to follow the tracks. In fact, it'll be right through there. I see it. Let's get our eye in now by attacking the tortoise, because we can. There we go. Fresh healing and a decent amount of experience. So down here you can probably barely see it, but I've got 19,058 of 19,600 experience. So completing this quest, we should definitely get a level up. I think the game also has a booster on at the moment, where if you're actually below level 90, you get more experience. So it's actually quite welcoming to new players. Oh. Okay. I expected more than 3 of them. I expected a lot more than that. Still, we didn't even get us any experience, actually. We didn't actually get a single iota of experience. Basically, I'm too bloody powerful. I'm over-leveled for this point. Not that I'm complaining. Might as well fight you while I can. There we go. Job done. Right, let's go and report back to Warren. Pass on the intel. Well done. It shan't be easy work to keep the tunnel free of goblins, but our wagons should be able to go unmolested for a time. Disruptions to ore shipments threaten not only the interests of Amagina and Sons, mineral concern, but of Uldar herself. One might liken these train tracks to bear our nation's lifeblood. If only we had more women like you to lend a hand. That's Pugilist. All the others are that. Oh, let's get some more bronze pieces. Having said that, that might sell for more. Yep, there's the nice level up. So let's have a look at what you've got to say, Aethelgin.
See that bloke over there? Name's Osbert, and he's hurt bad. Now, it ain't exactly my job to mind his business. I'm a torch, he's a blade. But at the end of the day, we're both people, you know what I'm saying? Any road. I went over to him just earlier, asked what's wrong, but he refuses to tell me, this stubborn bugger. Seems his pride's more important to him than his life. What is it with men acting tough? I tell myself, well, I've tried, but the fella ends up kicking the bucket. I don't want that on my conscience. I know this is sudden, but can you try and talk him into drinking an eye potion? I'd sleep a deal better for it. I ain't got one on me, but one of them fellas over yonder sells them. Right, so it looks like I've got to buy a, I've got to buy... Do I have to buy the thing first? Because I've not got one. I see potions, but not high potions. Oh, that's disappointing. Unless they're mine. That's what it is. Selected the wrong one. Oh, nope, just one, that'll do. So now I can offer it to him, and in the interim, I can... Yes, if I want to sell, for example, I can actually sell the Olagon pieces. And that's just got me a load of... That's got me a load done. A load of money. Cool. Okay. Breathe. Osbert's old boy, just breathe. Pain is just weakness leaving the... Oh, God damn it, my head. If only it saved the high potion. I think this might be the end. No, it's not, my friend. Well, I don't really need this. But if you insist, you have my thanks, adventurer. I was resigned to suffering in silence, for I, Osbert the Undying, veteran of countless battles, could not afford to show weakness to my colleagues and our allies. They looked to me for inspiration, you see. To think that I was almost brought low by a gentle blow to the head. I was only incapacitated for a few moments, I think. To repay you for your discretion in this delicate matter, I shall share with you my warrior's wisdom. If you must practice your juggling, use heavy stones at your own peril. Right. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, some, hello, people I've never met online. And let's see what you've got to say, Zuzu Maida. the altruistic adventurer. I was hoping we'd bump into each other. Why? Because the most fascinating piece of news recently reached my ears, and I'm eager to share it. May I? Rumour has it there's a vast untapped vein of ore beneath the ruins of Sildur. But that's not all. Inconceivably, the concern appears to be entirely ignorant of its existence. Even as we speak, a young upstart, a self-made merchant from Stone's Throw of all places, is moving to claim it. The fellow's name is Wistan, and he's a very, very ambitious young man. Not only does he pretend to secure exclusive excavation rights, but they say his master plan is to use his new fortune to curry favour with the Sacrium. Of course, the former Turges only consider the opinions of the most wealthy when drafting the laws of Uldar. If you'd have your voice heard, you must be prepared to pay a sultan's ransom. One voice which is invariably heard belongs to Lord Lolorito. He has long lavish gill upon the former Turges, and some claim that he devises new laws with the express intention of ruining his competitors while protecting his own interests. Suffice it to say, if Wiston thinks he can compete with the likes of the Syndicate, he's in for a rude awakening, but that eventuality may yet be a little off. For the present, he's moving ahead with his plans and assembling a team to survey the site. I'm told he's at the Coffer and Coffin right now, recruiting able-bodied adventurers to escort his prospectors. Warren said you were looking for work. Maybe you should meet Wistan and volunteer for his expedition.
Well, as long as it's not Expedition 33, I'll happily join it, because unlike those players of those games, I do dodge. I do invest in vitality and defense, and if I need to, I do drop the difficulty. I don't parry, and I certainly don't accept that I will die if I fail. You want to know more about what that's like? Go check out at ChrisJT1985 over on YouTube.com. He's got an archived playthrough of that game. Very good fun to watch. And while you're there, check out at Queen3210, YouTube.com at Queen3210, where you see playthroughs of the likes of Persona 3 Reload and also recently completed Dispatch. Come to join? Sorry, but you're too late. Some brass blades looking for extra coin volunteered, and the team's already en route to the ruins. But look, I know it's not easy to find work these days. If you're interested, there's something else you can do for me. There are these children outside, little ones from Stone's Throw. I look after them when I've time to spare, instead of taking to follow me around even when I tell them not to. But what with the overseeing search for the vein, I barely have a chance to visit the privy at the moment, much less entertain younglings. Can you give them these ginger cookies and convince them to go home for me? Wow, so I've gone from protecting his expedition to charming children with cookies.
I ain't going nowhere, missus. I'm too hungry to move. Besides, you'll have to carry me.
How about one of these?
A cookie? Oh, well, if Wistan really wants to go on, then all right. But I want two next time. You're like playing with Wistan. He makes sure no one bullies us.
Yeah, and now he's going to pay you to fuck off.
Missus worried about us. No, don't make him worried. I'm a good girl, so I'll go home.
Yeah, I'm a good girl. No, I don't want that. That's horrible. Ugh.
Ah, but Wistan plays with us always. Why won't he come out and play? Wow, a ginger cookie? I better say so for my brother. I know, I'll go home and eat it with him. Wistan's kind to us. I like him.
He's so kind, he's telling me to give you biscuits to go home.
This is for me. I want to eat it, but then again I don't, because then it'd be gone. Tell Wistan thanks, and tell him I'm sorry for getting in the way.
Right, let's go and tell him the good news. Thank you, adventurer. I only wish I could do more. Stone's Throw is no place for a child. Not that my childhood was much happier. Never enough food to go around, nor work to earn it. But no shortage of contempt from the great and the good. I remember thinking things could only get better. Yet now, after the calamity and everything else, for us refugees to be forced to live outside the gates like bloody beastmen is a disgrace. They say with enough money you can change the laws here, so I'm going to make a fortune and do just that. I'll buy the excavation rights to start my own mining business. Then I'll give my fellow refugees the work they're crying out for, and pay for them fairly. The mining companies have profited from our suffering for too long, but in their hubris they've grown complacent, presenting us with a golden opportunity. And we will take it, adventurer. We will reclaim our dignity, and with it our place within those walls. We found her! We found the vein, we're done! You must come and see! Already? Amazing! We leave at once! You should join me, my friend. Come and bear witness to the history in the making. Okay, so we need to follow Wistan into the ruins, which is all the way down there, I think. Called Way Down the Hole. Right, let's get the sprint active, shall we? Let's get some speed. Yeah, I'm guessing it's down there. We've got to go down. So now our sprint has expired. We're just stuck in jog mode. Spriggan Grave Robbers. When I think of Spriggan, it reminds me of Sword Art Online Abridged, because that was the race that Kirito had when he went to default avatar in the Alphi mark. That's fine. Okay, let's go. Let's sync our level. Foul's balls, son! A vein of ore in the middle of a ruined bloody city! Goddamn idiot! What did you think was gonna happen? That you'd strike it rich and get cozy with the order, while the masters of Uldar looked on? No one crosses the Syndicate! The Syndicate? Ah! Finally sunk in, has it? Well, look at this! Not all your friends have deserted you, it seems. Lucky boy! Now you won't have to die alone! O mournful voice of creation, grant yet thee this humble stone a soul, that it may wake to life. Yeah? Who's spouting that bloody gibberish? Show yourself! Ask and ye shall receive. This ain't part of the plan! Bloody hells! Does Lord Lolorito mean to kill us too? Oh, great. I guess it's up to us then. Attack then. I saw the triangle in the last few seconds and I'm like, nope, not a good idea. Yeah, not this time, pal. Yeah. When it feels like a slog, remember East End Thug. Every time. That the golem could be vanquished. That woman is no ordinary adventurer. Ooh. We have a thread of story here, people. Damn, seems I missed all the fun. I see you didn't need my help this time. Interesting. I would compose a ballad in your honor, but I fear no words would do you justice. The songstress of Uldar herself could not rival your beauty. Ugh. God, that's horrible.
Oh, stop it.
I have often heard it said that a blossom's beauty can move a man to love and long, but I never truly believed it until I met you two desert roses. I hear they attacked another caravan. Aye, and business is suffering for it. Bloody Amalja. What stirred them up, do you reckon? Another raid? And I'll wager that caravan was carrying crystals, much like the last. If they truly mean to summon a primal, we must act quickly.
Are you coming, love? You would keep a girl waiting, would you?
Perish the thought. So tell me, where in this marvel of a city might you lovely ladies be staying? Yes, Fancrut's trying to be the Chad who gets all the girls. Well, the weird, shivering effect is clearly showing that this is a memory. At this rate, grain will soon be more precious than gold. A result of uncommonly bad harvests, to be sure. And we have you to thank for them, do we not? Aye. This weakening of etheric flow must surely be linked to Dalamud's descent. And of course, to the primals. A fine mess, but we must not lose hope. Luio will know what to do. We need only trust in his judgment. Steampunk mask of some kind. Truly a marvel of Charlayan ingenuity. It's as if I could reach out and touch the ether. Time to focus. No more gallivanting about like before. The Shions are counting on you. Have faith. Just have faith. This disturbance is recent. The Sultan tree. Maybe Paspashan will know something of it. And that explains how we crossed paths with him at the first tree. That explains where we found him. Looks like they gave you quite a thrashing. Can you walk? It's me. I was too late. Our person of interest had already quit the scene. The General? Oh, very well. I'll be there anon. My colleagues went to great lengths to provide me with means to detect Aetherite disturbances, but every time I find one, you seem to be in the middle of it. I've started to wonder if it might not be simpler just to follow you around. Sadly, I have business elsewhere. Tread softly, my friend. The carefully laid trap you dismantled was clearly sanctioned by Lord Lolrito. I heard the Blades mention him as they fled. Believe me when I tell you that he is not a man to be trifled with. The Sultanate's enemies grow bolder by the day, and I suspect they have the support of outside forces.
Thank you. If you hadn't come along, those bastards would surely have slaughtered us all.
I would speak with you further, but it isn't safe for us to linger here. Find me at the Coffer and Coffin later. Until then, stay safe. I should have come in Winston and his men. They need protection, and I need more information. Ah, but where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Thancred, a humble scholar surveying the flow of ether in Fanalan. It is an honor and a privilege to make your acquaintance. I hope when next we meet, it is under more auspicious circumstances. Farewell. Ah, wait a moment. It occurs to me that we may have... Never mind. Fare thee well. Why did he always do that? Start a sentence and then stop it. It's a trope of RPGs. It's in, but oh, it can wait till later. And then, newsflash, later never comes. It's always what happens. Yep, so we can't get into the back of those ruins, unfortunately. Now, there is a quest here, which I think is that big one, but I've already done it, so I'm not going to do it again. There's not much point in redoing the... well, it's not a quest, the fates, as they're called. There's not much point in doing them, so we might as well just keep on going. Like, as you were! So we'll head back to the Coffer and Coffin, and we'll be able to find out exactly what he has to say with Stan. Find out what it's at. Oh no, we've got some role players. Let's welcome them. Pay respects and then we'll leave them be. Oh, he started looking. Too bad, you missed your cue.
12 bless you, friend. You risked your life to save ours. Betrayed by my own guards. Gods, I was such a fool to trust those men. Lolrito owns the goddamn brass blades. I should have questioned their motives from the start. Even so, I could hardly have predicted that the wealthiest man in Uldar would want me dead for the heinous crime of seeking to change the law. I'm just a merchant, for God's sakes.
Yes, you're a merchant who doesn't know his place because you want to upset the order. That's why they wanted you dead.
That ruthless bastard! And what of that monstrosity? Those were his own men! It beggars belief! Well, that's it. I'm finished. If I stay in Uldar any longer, I'm as good as dead. My associates, my friends, gods, even the children may not be safe if I don't disappear. And you, oh gods damn it, if Lolrito learns of your involvement, you'll be next. I'll speak with the others and make sure your part in this stays secret. Beyond that, I don't know what to suggest. Maybe I should seek the counsel of Mistress Mamodi. She's helped countless adventurers in her time. Mayhaps she'll know what to do. Go quickly now, my friend. Lolrito's spies may be watching.
And that allows us to complete that quest. So we will quickly sprint back towards Mamodi's bar, which is all the way back at the steps of the yard. I could pay Gil and fast travel, but nah, We'll run. We're only going there. So this part will be uploaded very shortly, in a couple of days probably, and I'm hoping I'll be able to do some more recording. I might even be able to do a marathon recording over the weekend, but we shall see. Yes, the sound of buzzing in my ear as I run past all the hornets there. Kind of frustrating. But yes, the Eastern Thug approach is my character, Juliana Van Thorn. A pugilist who punches everything. Which is why I'm really annoyed that she's got 10,000 MP. She's not a mage. I want HP because I'm a fist fighter. It makes no sense. I don't know why I've got so many MP. It was just the way the game started. But what can one do?
Settle down, Juliana. You got nothing to worry about. No one seems to know you were at the ruins. Winston, on the other hand, is now a pariah. About as welcome round here as a rabid wolf, poor bugger. Suffice to say, that boy risked the wrath of the wrong man. Lord Lolorito, chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company, generous contributor to the Order of Nalfile, and member of the Syndicate. Didn't get where he is by leaving loose ends, that one. Which is why he ain't above killing his own men. Hells, even if those blades knew what was coming, it's not like they could refuse to do their benefactor's bidding. Don't let this colour your view of Ildar, Juliana. It's true that there are some here who aren't afraid to crack a few skulls if it gets them what they want. But most of us are decent folk, just trying to make ends meet. You know, a lot of people will call you a damn fool for risking your life to save a marked man. But I believe you did a good thing, Juliana, and for that you have my respect. Listen, you've been through a lot lately. Why don't you rest a spell? I'll have the boys at the Hourglass set you up for a room. My treat. Just have a word with Otapotapa whenever you feel like staying.
Hey, we can now rest at the inn.
And when you got your appetite for adventuring back, consider taking on a guild leave or two. We've got a lot of requests from locals looking to hire adventurers of various jobs. Be a good way for you to earn yourself some extra gil. Eustace can tell you more about how the system works, so go speak with him if you're interested.
So we've now got guild leaves also. And we have experience, which is also giving us 5 potions and some gil. Yeah, we now have access to recommendations. There's a list of quest or duties currently available, and it can be opened under the duty in main menu, displayed automatically when we log in. Find yourself sure what to do next. Makes it easy to find information. Cool. And it gives us an extra 6,000 experience as well. As you can see, we've got a lot of different quests in the area. But I kind of actually want to go back to the Outer Worlds because there was some quests out there I wanted to finish up. Or at least try to. I am conscious of time because I'm actually going to be busy soon doing something else, believe it or not. I've just realised I've gone the long way round here. That's it. Central Fallon, that's where I want to go. I'm still getting used to the map. But the one good thing is I'm not having trouble with the menu. I'm not quite Arsena yet. I'm not quite that bad. I mean, speaking of Arsena, of course, one of the Sword Art Online games is coming to PS Plus Essentials next month. Called Fractured Daydream, I think it's called. Along with, rather surprisingly, the remastered Tomb Raider games, 1 to 3. And there's another one called Lords of the Fallen. So it's not the worst lineup at all. I'm quite surprised. But there is a quest right in the middle that I've yet to do. So I want to see whose it is. The absence of music is kind of annoying here. I thought I would have brought some music, but it's not. It's almost annoying the time to keep free moving the camera, and then it resets when I hit a button. I wonder if they're not here because it's late. Yeah, there's a quest marker right here. And there's no one to issue the command. Makes me wonder if it's a time of day thing. This here operation takes low-grade ore dug in non mines and refines it. Now, don't you fret about the quality of the minerals. Everything's overseen by Estimes Le Piadres, and that means our purification techniques produce only the finest results. Cool, I guess. Ah, there you are, Zazidia. Needs to procure hammerbeak ribs, okay.
Looking to help out around the station, are you? Well then, how about hunting down some hammerbeaks? We received an order from Estames Lapidaries for silver ingots. They need to make it ceremonial silverware, or so I'm told. However, we've been instructed to refine the ore by melting it in a furnace lined with a layer of bone ash. Since we don't normally smelt silver this way, I've long neglected to restock our stores of hammerbeak ribs. Alas, there's no time to order more. If you slay some of the fiends and take the bones to Beringer in my stead, I'd be forever grateful.
Okay, so let's go and hunt some demons. There they are, the hammerbeaks. I see you. We've got 6 more to get. You can see there, 2 of 8. So, Hammerbeak, I'm going to end your career. It's kind of like playing Final Fantasy X early on. It's like, I'm going to end your career, man. Two more to go, and then we'll be able to finish this quest up. There you are. I see you. Come here. And there we go. So now what we need to do is take them to Bering Great, which is back at the stations. That's cool. Let's go. Complete this quest, and that's where this recording will be coming to an end. A lot of RPers have suddenly shown up here, and that's one thing I have noticed. They've all got RP, so they're all role-playing. I told her so, I told her. What the hell's that incompetent little runt doing anyway? Rare as orders like this may be, we should always be keeping our beak ribs on hand. Well, allow me to help you out, my friend. Well, I'll be damned. Guess the girl found a way after all. Thanks for the help, venturer. Don't quite understand it myself, But them fellas straight said to do it the old way, even though we could be using shards to refine silver faster and cheaper. Well, it ain't my guilt, so that's how they want it. Just goes to show what the former Tildish Guild has more money than it knows what to do with. God, what I wouldn't do to have that kind of problem. Me too, my friend, me too. Already got one of those. I've not got many ethers, I'll have those. Yep, so there we are. So that is where we're going to wrap up for this time. As I say, do keep an eye out on twitch.tv/swishbone for the playthroughs of Trials in the Sky and Resident Evil Requiem. You can also go check out @Quee3210 over on youtube.com, where you got the likes of the Persona 3 Reload playthrough, the likes of Dispatch, some classic streams like Danganronpa and Phoenix Wright, and many more. And also twitch.tv/ChrisJT1985 on Saturday evenings for Spider-Man Miles Morales, and youtube.com/ChrisJT1985 for all the archives. Until then, thank you all very much for watching. And maybe we are finally getting some story content in this.